Good morning, students. I, J. Kumar, once again before you with today's topic. And topic is new today. And already I have written the topic on the board. You can see topic is periodic classification of elements. And my dear students, this is the last chapter in chemistry. So far, 4 chapters we studied, and this is the last chapter, but very important chapter because this chapter will help you to understand the chemistry of several elements. Okay? Now, let me say, students, the name of chapter is Periodic Classification of Elements. Classification of elements. First of all, we have to think over it. Why classification of elements? What was the purpose to classify elements? Students, at the beginning, as the number of elements were few, so their study was easier. But with passes of time, when the number of elements were discovered more and more, then to study the chemistry of all the known elements became difficult. That's why scientists of the world started thinking about a pattern to classify all the known elements so that their study can be made easier. So, students, we learned here what was the purpose to classify elements, and purpose was to make the study of all those elements easier. And this was the purpose of classification of elements. My dear students, in this regard, many attempts were made in different times by the different scientists of the world. Not all those attempts you have to study in class 10, but some of those important attempts you have to study hereby. So, in all those attempts, some of attempts we will study here at the level of class 10. Okay? So, students, first classification I have written here, and this first classification of elements was made by Lavoisier, a famous chemist of that time. Students, the first ever classification of elements was made by Lavoisier on the physical properties of elements. On the physical properties of elements. It means Lavoisier tried to classify the known elements on the basis of their physical properties. And my dear students, on the basis of physical properties of elements, Lavoisier classified all the known elements of that time into 2 groups, and that was metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals. So we are learning here Lavoisier classified elements on the basis of physical properties, and on that very basis he grouped elements in 2 categories, and that was metals and non-metals. But my dear students, this classification was not adequate. This was a very small classification of elements, and this was failed to fulfill the purpose to classify the elements. Also, students, in this classification, you are looking here, this classification becomes fail to classify the elements whose properties lie intermediate of metals and non-metals, which we will know now metalloids. So Lavoisier classification was failed to classify the metalloids elements, and that's why this classification was not adequate, it was inadequate, and that's why this classification was not accepted. But this was the first ever classification of elements which was made on the basis of physical properties of elements. Okay, now students, second attempts in this regard was made by a German scientist, Dobereiner. Second attempts to classify the elements was made by the famous chemist of German, Dobereiner classification. And my dear students, you must know here, at the time of Dobereiner, 30 elements were known. 30 elements were known. It means these 30 elements were a challenging task for Dobereiner to classify them into a systematic pattern so that their study can be made easier. Now, students, what Dobereiner did, this is the important here for you to know. Students, Dobereiner started arranging the elements of similar properties in the group of 3 elements. And that group of 3 elements was named by him triad. So, students, Dobereiner tried to classify the elements by making triads. So, concept of triads was given by Dobereiner, a German chemist. And at the time of Dobereiner, 30 elements were known. Triads. So sometimes this question is asked, what is triad in Dobereiner classification? So my dear students, you must know it. A triad is the group of 3 elements together having similar chemical properties. So a group of 3 elements having similar chemical property was named by him a triad. And in this way, my dear students, Dobereiner made triad to classify the elements. Now, the most important thing about these triads were that in these triads, in the middle, only that element was arranged whose atomic mass is average atomic masses of the other 2 elements of that triad. So this will be interesting for you. First of all, a triad is the group of 3 elements of similar properties. So this is the important fact regarding this classification. And second important thing, the interesting feature, of the triad was that in the middle of triad, only that element was placed whose atomic mass is average atomic masses of the other two elements of that triad, and these are the important things while Dobereiner started classifying elements. Okay, so we are learning here Dobereiner classified elements by making triads. And triad क्या है? A triad is the group of three elements having similar chemical property. And the most important thing regarding triad is that in the middle of each triad, only that element was placed whose atomic mass is average atomic masses of the other two elements of that triad. Okay, and in this way, students, Dobereiner classified the known elements at that time. But my dear students, just I want to give example of triads that was made by Dobereiner at that time. Students, Dobereiner made 3 triads at that time, which I am going to show you by writing set 1, set 2 and set 3. 3 triads. In the first triad, 3 elements, lithium, potassium, and in the middle of lithium and potassium, he placed sodium. Lithium, sodium, potassium. Students, as you know, atomic mass of lithium is 7, atomic mass of potassium is 39, and if you calculate the average atomic mass of these two elements, that will be 7 plus 39 by 2 or 46 by 2 or 23. So students, in the middle of lithium and potassium, Dobereiner placed sodium whose atomic mass is equal to 23, and that was, and this is the one of the triad of Dobereiner. Now students, second you can look here, second is calcium, barium, and in between the calcium and barium he placed strontium. As you know, atomic mass of calcium is 40, atomic mass of barium is 137, and if you calculate the average atomic mass of these two elements, it comes 87 point something, which is approximately equal to 88, and 88 is the atomic mass of strontium, and that's why between calcium and barium he placed strontium. Now at last third set chlorine, iodine and bromine. And as you know, atomic mass of chlorine is 35, atomic mass of iodine is 127, and average atomic mass of these two elements comes equal to 80, and 80 is the atomic mass of bromine. That's why he placed bromine in between the chlorine and iodine. And in this way, the Berliner tried to classify the elements. But my dear students, this classification was also not accepted, because from 30 known elements he could classify only 9 elements by making 3 triads. So this classification was not sufficient. That's why it was discarded. Okay, and further attempts were going on. So further attempt we will study in my next video, and that will be an English chemist Newlands. So in next video I will discuss before you what was the Newlands classification of elements. Till then, goodbye. Okay, thank you very much.